Right, I need to tighten up the chain on the back of the bike. I'm not 100% sure how to do it, but I've got these tools. I've got some screwdrivers, some spanners, some sockets there, some WD, a pot to put the bits in. First, I'm going to take this plate off here, and that'll give me a better vision of what's going on behind this wheel at this nut and here, and the mechanism to actually move the wheel back. So the first bit is just a nut and washer coming off that bit there. Now, for this one, to remove this plate completely, I used an 11/16 spanner, and to be fair, I had to put it on there and I had to stand on it to very gently push down so I could get it moving, because it was really tight. So now hopefully with this removed, this plate will come off. Behind there you've got like a large washer thing that goes in there and that way, and then the bolt itself, which is to hold the suspension, but it's also holding this plate in place. Now, as I was hoping, once that was undone, this just literally, the foot peg, as long as it's down, it just slides out. And then you can see here now, there's a bolt here, there's like a locking nut there kind of thing. There's a nut there which is holding the wheel tight. And this is the adjuster that we need to be changing here. And you need to do whatever you do to this side, you need to do to the other side. Behind there is a little washer. So behind this piece of plastic there was a washer there, but there was nothing behind this one. So this bit here that was behind that bit of plastic is concave, and the concave bit goes towards the bike there. Now I was hoping that maybe this side I could just get to the bolt without taking this plate off, but can't. So again, you need to drop this down, remove this bolt and this bolt, which will remove this plate again, and then we can see this side of the mechanism as well. Now this side I've had a bit more problem with, and the reason being the back nut here on the shock was turning when I was turning this, so it wouldn't loosen. But fortunately, if these had been the same size, I'd been struggling. But the back one here, I've used a 9/16 wrench on this one, and the same as the other side, which was the 11/16 on the larger one, so it is slightly smaller, thankfully. So I could hold that one in place, turn this one, and now this, like the other one, should come off. Now you can see this side of the mechanism, and again we've got here this washer, which, to be fair, this one isn't concave, which would suggest the other one was better slightly, but not as much as the other one. So here on the black you can see the mechanism now, and you've got the nut for the wheel, you've got the adjuster here, and whatever you do to this adjuster, you've got to do to the other side exactly the same. That's why I've had to do them both at the same time, so you know exactly. Otherwise, if you twist the wheel, the chain's got a risk of coming off or wearing wrongly or whatever. You need to pull it back exact. And here there's a nut here, which I'm assuming is just extra precaution of this plate slipping or moving once it's tightened. So I'm gonna have a go at this now. So this one needs loosening. It has got a Phillips head on it, but also it's a, you know, for a wrench, and there as well. So I need to start loosening these off. Now I have run across a problem, because this bolt here is way too big for any of my spanners that I've bought. So I've got this, but I'm going to be careful because I don't want to round this or anything. I mean, I would rather buy the right size, but unless I can loosen this off, there's hardly any point in continuing to do anything else to it until I get the right thing for this. But I'm going to try with this. This is adjustable. I'm not over keen on using these personally, but that's why I have it, and so I'm going to have a go with that. I'm going to stop because I'm concerned about damaging this nut. I need a socket with something a bit more on it, so it's going to have to be more tools. I mean, I've got plenty of tools for the rest of the job, but undoing these and then tightening them up to a good torque is going to be impossible with this. And like I say, it's not just about managing to get it off and doing any damage to this anyway, then it's tightening it up and getting it right. So at least I can see what needs doing now. I've gone this far, so it's going to be easier the second time around. I can tighten it back up and then have another go another day. All I can do is order some more tools. I might ring up the Eskuta and find out exactly what size that nut is and what size wrench socket I need. It's gone back on this side nice and easy. I mean, this bolt here, don't over tighten, because obviously you don't want to crack this, and this one needs to be nice and tight. Now looking at the other side, I said I need a socket, but also I'm going to need a spanner, because you're not going to get a socket over this because of this here, which is, I would imagine, the power running to the motor lead. So you're going to need a spanner to loosen this and this one. So for clarity, this size is a 13mm socket I use for that, and this side's gone back on really easily. I haven't touched any of the mechanism because it wasn't worth touching any of these things, because unless it's all loose you'll damage them anyway, so you've got to get it loose before you can even try and adjust the chain. It is pretty loose, but to be fair, it doesn't seem an awful lot looser than when it turned up. It was quite loose to start with, so I'll sort it over the next week or so, do another video, hopefully update and get it right. I want to get it sorted before winter.